What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Burnick, and I am back with another video, yo. In this video, I got y'all with the best Galaxy Opals and NBA 2K25 My Team tier list, yo. I feel like this video is very important, yo, because y'all gotta get the Galaxy Opals right now. The Galaxy Opals are like the new pink diamonds, and they're more accessible in the auction house. So y'all gonna need to use this list because I feel like I've used and played against a lot of these Galaxy Opals, so I know what I'm talking about. But I don't want to drag this intro out because this tier list, as y'all can see, is a lot of players on here. So let's get right into it, man. To start off, we got Xavier McDaniel, man. Where are we gonna put Xavier McDaniel? This card, he was like a season reward for like season 4, I'm pretty sure. He's honestly pretty good. I'm gonna put him in B tier for right now, but this card is honestly a solid small forward option in the game. Elton Brand, this was a free card from a locker code. I really did not like this Elton Brand card. I cannot lie. I want to put him in D tier, but because of his player model and size, I guess I'm gonna put him in C tier. Will Chamberlain, these bigs that can't shoot are just so hard to rank for me, man, because I just hate cards that can't shoot. I feel like there's just not really, like, if you're playing somebody comp and you're using a center who can't shoot, you're down out there. But I'm gonna put Will in C tier because he is big and can grab boards and has some of the best defensive animations in the game. For this Curry, man, he's gonna have to go in D tier just because he's a mismatch. Like, his defense is just really bad, but he's a fun card to use and his offense is really good out there, man. For Dwight's gonna go in the same category as Wilt, man. Just one of those centers that can't really shoot. I mean, if you rhythm shoot, you can really shoot with this Dwight a little bit, but I still just don't like what he does out there. Being as though he can't really shoot like that, you feel me? This DeMar DeRozan, I'm not gonna lie, he's D tier. This DeMar DeRozan is very trash. This Opal DeMar, there's a lot of pink diamonds and diamonds that are better than him. I don't recommend anybody getting him. For this Ray Allen, I'm gonna have to put him D tier, bro. I'm gonna be very harsh on this list. I feel like this Ray Allen, his jump shot is way too baited. I don't know why they would give Ray Allen a good shooter a bad jump shot in this game. I feel like with your jump shot being that trash, you can't really do nothing out there at the guard position. This JR, he also got to go D tier. I feel like this JR card is very trash. You know, JR Smith cards are always so fun to use in 2K, but this one isn't even good offensively. For Grant Hill, I'm gonna put Grant Hill in B tier. I mean, he's 6'8" at the 2 guard spot with some great jump shot. He could get to the rim, decent sigs, not the best, but I feel like he could still get to his own shot just a little bit. So I got this Grant Hill at B tier. This Anthony Edwards, he's just undersized at the shooting guard position, so I gotta put him in D tier, man. I like what Ant does, but being at that size of the 2 guard, I feel like it's just a mismatch, and I don't like it. For Opal KD, I'm gonna put Opal KD in B tier as well. I feel like this Opal KD would be better if his release was on quick, man, but I just don't know about it, man. I wish they would have updated this KD's release, gave him a little faster release, but I don't know. He still might deserve A tier, man. I really like what KD does, but for right now, I'm putting him in B tier, man. For this T-Mac card, man, this is a hard choice because I really like what T-Mac does. His jump shot is a little bit baited, but they updated it, and his release point is so high that he gets it off over a lot of people. And I feel like T-Mac has decent dribble sticks in this game, man. So I'm going to put T-Mac in A tier for right now, but he might go back down to B tier. For Kareem the cap, I think I gotta put Kareem in A tier, man. Kareem, he has a low 3 ball, but he actually has a good release. Unlike these other centers, you could green it even if you're just shooting with square, man. I promise y'all, this Kareem is one of the best centers in the game, man. James Worthy, he's going D tier. One of the worst releases in the game, man. I got this Opal for free and I never used them, and this was before they were giving out Opals. This is why they gave this one out for the win streak, man. For Galaxy Opal Donovan, I'm gonna put him in C tier, man. I feel like this Donovan, even though he's like a kind of a small point guard, he's actually really good in this game. Like, he has a big player model, his defense ain't bad, great release, and decent dribble six, man. Kyrie, he gotta go D tier, man. Kyrie got no defense out there, he's getting killed, man. Bernard King might still be S tier. Bernard King is actually really good in this game, man. Got good dribble skills, a great shot, big player model, and could get to the rim, man. For right now, I'm gonna put Bernard in S tier, man. For Bill Walton, I feel like Bill Walton is trash in this game, man. Bill Walton's going D tier. This was a domination reward, and it sucks that he was one of the worst rewards I feel like we've gotten in this game. For this Yao Ming, I feel like just because of his size, and he actually can hit the 3 a little bit, he gotta go A tier. He's slow out there on the floor and his perimeter is low. That's why I really don't like him, but I feel like just his size gets him A tier, man. This Jalen Brunson, I can't lie, he's going D tier. He doesn't really do anything out there for you. Same with this AI. Sidney Moncrief, he's interesting, man. This Moncrief is actually a dog out there, but I feel like right now he's a little outdated when it comes to all the point guards, but he has really good defense. His 3-pointer is a little bit low, but he has a good release, man. Dang, this one is a hard choice. But for right now, I think I'm gonna put him in C tier as well, man. Just he's a little outdated. For this Giannis, I mean, this is an easy S tier. For a lot of people, though, I feel like Giannis is A tier, but they just gas him and say he's S tier because I feel like a lot of people can't consistently knock down with him. But if you can consistently knock threes down with this Giannis, he's easily S tier. This John Wall, this John Wall is an interesting decision, man. I want to put this John Wall in B tier, but I feel like he's in the same range with these point guards. I feel like he's not really doing anything better than these point guards. He does have a really fast release, but I feel like that also could be like to his downfall in certain instances. For Bron, you know, he's easily S tier, man. Bron's one of my favorite cards in this game, man. Bron's easy S tier, not really much to talk about. For David Robinson, I think I'm gonna put D-Rob in S tier, man. D-Rob is one of the free rewards that we got that I think is still playable to this day. He's one of the best centers in the game, hands down. Yo, y'all can't tell me otherwise. For this Tatum, man, this Tatum really isn't doing too much, but I feel like he's a little bit better than these guys, so I'm gonna put him in C tier. But I really don't like this Galaxy Opal Tatum. For Penny, I feel like I'm gonna put Penny in A tier just because his size at the point guard spot. He's athletic. His release isn't the best, but it ain't bad either. His next card is gonna be really good in this game, especially if they update his release. Ooh. For Vince, I'm gonna put Vince in B tier, man. Actually, Vince could still be A tier. Vince is really good in this game, man. I really like what this Vince Carter does out there on the floor, man. This Vince Carter is like that. For Ginobili is easily a D tier. Ginobili is trash in this game, man. I don't recommend anybody getting a Ginobili card. For this Clyde Drexler, Clyde is actually really good in this game, man. And he's honestly borderline A tier, but for right now, I'm going to put Clyde in B because I feel like there's a lot better shooting guard options than him. But Clyde's actually a really good card in this game. This Marc Gasol, I mean, he's decent. I feel like he got a decent jump shot, but I feel like he's just slow out there, man. I have this card. I didn't really like what he was doing out there. He could definitely knock down the open three, but he's kind of slow. I feel like his defense could be a little bit better too. Like he could get better animations. For this Yi, I feel like he falls in the same category as Yao Ming, but I feel like he's not as good as Yao Ming. Like, I feel like his release might be better, but I feel like I gotta put him in B tier because his defense could be better and he's a little slow, man. But this Yi card, he's definitely solid out there. He's big out there at the power forward or center spot. This Kawhi Leonard card, I love this Kawhi card, but he's just a little bit outdated right now. His release is a little slow at this point, but he's really good. One of your best defensive options in the game. For this Zach LaVine, I think I'm putting Zach LaVine in S tier, man. It's crazy they gave out a free S tier point guard. I really love what Zach LaVine does out there on the floor, man. Great dribble assist, great jump shot, very athletic, man. He's a demon in this game. For Ben Wallace, man, I think I'm putting Ben Wallace in D tier, man. I don't like this card in this game. Every time I play him, it's very easy to get to a bucket on him, even though he's supposed to be a defensive guy, man, and he doesn't do anything on offense. For this Paolo card, I mean, I think I'm gonna put Paolo on S tier too. He's just very complete, like at the small forward or power forward position, and I just love what Paolo cards do this year. For this Russell Westbrook, I think I'm gonna put him in C tier. I like what Russell cards do this year, man. He got a decent player model, but I feel like he's just a little undersized and his jump shot could be a little bit better. For this Carmelo, I think I'm gonna put him in B tier. I feel like the only thing holding this Melo back is that he can't play the 2 guard, and I feel like his defense could be a little bit better at his position. But this Melo is actually really good. He could create his own shot, great jump shot, you feel me? For Tim Duncan, I feel like Tim Duncan is also B tier. I feel like he's one of your best defensive cards in the game. I feel like his jump shot, you just got to get used to, and it's going to be hard for many people to be consistent with it unless you're like a top tier player. That's why I got him at B tier. This Isaiah Thomas is D tier. He's just trash in this game. I don't know why they gave us this card for free. Darius Garland, honestly, I want to put him in D tier, but this Darius Garland card could definitely get to a bucket. I feel like he got to go D tier. He's just a little undersized, man. I like what he does out there, but he's just undersized, man. This Sabonis, I feel like he's also D tier because he's just very slow out there, 55 speed. He's just kind of trash in my opinion, man. This Jamal Crawford, I feel like just because he's 6'5" point guard, he got to kind of go B tier, man. If you got that height at the point guard spot and you could get to a bucket, man, decent defense, you got to go there. Trae Young, easy D tier. He's just getting exposed on the court. Don't play a Trae Young card. Same with Dame. I mean, they're fun cards to use on offense, but on defense, they're just going to get scored on every single time, man. It's crazy out there. This Cade Cunningham, ooh, Cade might be S tier as well, man. I really like what Cade does. I think I'm going to have to throw Cade in S tier. He's really good out there. Great jump shot, decent dribble sigs, and he just got the size at the point guard spot. This Oscar, I'm going to throw Oscar in A tier because I feel like his SIGs could be a little bit better, but this Oscar card is very elite in this game, man. He's a buy now, man. This Oscar is like that. PG, I feel like PG is an easy S tier, one of your best 2 guard options in the game. I wish his release was on quick. That's the only reason I'm tempted to put him A tier, but I feel like you can't just because of that, you feel me? This Kyrie, like the last Kyrie, he's going D tier, man. It sucks, but we can't really use small guards at this stage of the game, man. James Harden, I feel like this Harden is B tier card, man. I like what James Harden provides out there on the floor, man. The pink diamond one is really good, and this Opal one is just as good, man. For this D-Lo, I'm putting D-Lo on D tier, man. This D-Lo is not really doing too much out there on the floor. This Anthony Edwards, I just really don't like that he's undersized in his position, man. But it ain't bad. Like, this Ant could also be C tier, but I just really don't like that he's undersized in his position. For this Alex Sengun card, I like what he provides out there on the floor, but I don't know if I could put him A tier, man. I feel like he's a very high B tier. He's borderline A tier. This card is really good in this game though. This is Kyle Korver, man. Kyle Korver got one of the best releases in the game, man. He's an easy B tier or A tier card. I really like what Kyle Korver does out there on the floor. He's just one of the easiest cards to use. This Ja Morant, even though he's an undersized point guard, man, I love what Ja Morant does out there on the floor, but he can't go any higher than C tier, man, just because he's undersized, like I always say, man. This Rudy Gobert, he's decent out there. He actually got updated a little bit. I want to put him in B tier. I think he's going to go at the end of B tier. Like, when I put him at the end of B tier, this one I actually be like, he's borderline C tier, man. But this Rudy Gobert, he's playable in the game. Bradley Beal is also gonna go C tier in my opinion. I feel like Bradley Beal is just a little like bad on defense. He doesn't get good defensive animations, but he's nice on offense and he got decent size out there. There's Jalen Williams, just because of his size and the position he plays, he gotta go D tier, man. He's just undersized out there. He got a great release though in the game. Great, and he has good defense. Jaylen Brown, this Jaylen Brown card stinks, man. Jaylen Brown cards are just trash this year. I'm gonna put him in C tier, but he's borderline D tier, man. I do not like Jaylen Brown cards. This Vlade Divac, I'm gonna put this Vlade in A tier, man. I feel like this Vlade is actually a very solid center option. Y'all gotta go watch somebody like JC's gameplay to know what I'm talking about, man. Vlade is like that in this game. For my boy Drazen, man, Drazen is an easy A tier card for me in this game as well too, man. This Drazen, he's very cheap in the auction. One of your got a great jump shot, great defense, man. Go pick up this Drazen. This David West, I don't really like what David West does out there for you. He's like, I think he's at the top of C tier in my opinion. I just don't really like this David West card. This Jaren Jackson card, he's easily S tier, man. Jaren Jackson cards are just so good, and this one is very elite. One of the best jump shots for a power forward. Bob McAdoo, man. For Bob McAdoo, this is a hard choice. He's just like a little undersized, but if you play him at the power forward, he's easily S tier, man. I think Bob McAdoo got to go S tier, but I feel like he's just a little bit undersized, man. But he got a great release, best defense, you feel me? Bob McAdoo is him in this game. This Lauri Markkanen, I feel like this Lauri Markkanen, if you got the duo with Kobe White, then he's A tier, but I feel like just base him, I feel like he's B tier. I feel like people are gassing this card, but he's still decent in this game, you know, being a 7-foot small forward, you feel me? This Kyle Kuzma is also B tier in my opinion. You could have only got him if you were on the mobile app, but he's kind of decent in this game. I like what this Kuzma does out there, man. This Zion, in my opinion, is D tier, man. I really just don't like Zion with some cards this year, man. They just don't really do too much, and I feel like they're just a mismatch in their position. Evan Mobley, I really like what Evan Mobley does out there on the floor for you. In my opinion, dang, I feel like Evan Mobley is easily B tier, man. He might be A tier. Evan Mobley is a really solid card in this game. If y'all need a big, go pick him up. Anthony Davis, I feel like is easily an A tier card in this game. AD cards are just so complete, so easy. If he had a little bit faster release, he'll be S tier, but his release is just a little bit slow in my opinion. This other Zion, like I said, I just really don't like Zion cards in this game, but I feel like this one was getting to a little bit of a bucket more than this one ever did, so I might throw this one a little higher than this one because I definitely did like this one more than that one. For this Agent Zero Gilbert Arenas, man, I feel like he falls in the same place with this Donovan and stuff. Like, he got a stocky and big player model, and he's decent out there on the floor. I really do like him, but I feel like he's just a little undersized at the end of the day. But Gil's like that. Wemby, this is an easy S tier, man. Probably the best card in the game. Wemby is like that in this game, man. Nothing to be said about Wemby. For this Rudy game, man, I feel like he's gonna go. Oh, this one is hard, man. I feel like he's a little bit better than these cards right here, so I gotta put him S tier. But his defense could be a little bit better. But once he has the right badges on him, or if you upgrade him to Hall of Fame, this Rudy Gay is like that in this game. I promise y'all. For this OG Anunoby, man, I'm gonna have to put him A tier, man. I feel like he's easily an A tier card. He's one of my favorite 3&D cards in the game with one of the best releases, great defense, and he's athletic, man. Easy A tier. For this RJ Barrett, I feel like I'm gonna put RJ Barrett in C tier, man. I really just don't like RJ Barrett cards this year. Like, he's decent, but I feel like he could be better, man. This Tony Allen, he's also gonna have to go in C tier. Got great defense, but I feel like his release isn't good this year, but he's one of the best defensive cards in the game, so he can't go D tier. This This Ricky Davis, man, I want to put this Ricky Davis in S tier, but I honestly feel like this Ricky Davis is A tier, man. And now that I'm looking at it, I think I might have to put this Rudy Gay down to A tier as well, man. I feel like this is the S tier, and these guys are all A tier right here, man. Yeah, after thinking about it for a little bit, man, I'm gonna leave it like this. I had to move Rudy Gay down, put this Ricky Davis right here. I feel like the tier list is looking a little bit more better now. For this Pascal Siakam, this Siakam, he's decent. I like what Siakam provides out there on the floor. I think I'm gonna put Siakam in B tier, at the bottom of B tier. He's borderline C, but I actually like what Siakam does out on the floor. For J Rich, man, J Rich would be S tier, but I feel like his defense, if you don't badge him out, he can't be S tier. But if you have him badged out, J Rich is S tier, man. J Rich is a dog in this game, but you have to put the right defensive badges on him. Karl Malone, I feel like this Karl Malone is also really good, but I'm gonna put him in A tier. He's just a really solid small forward or power forward option in the game. This Paul Pierce, I don't like Paul Pierce cards in 2Ks, man. They haven't made a Paul Pierce card good in a while, man. This Paul Pierce is probably D tier, man. He's at the top of D tier though, man. For this Gerald Wallace is a really solid card in this game. Honestly, he could be A tier, man. I'm putting him A tier because I like what Gerald Wallace does out there, but just remember he's a little undersized. I feel like you gotta play him at the small forward position. For this Mullen, I'm gonna put Mullen. Ooh, Mullen's gonna go C tier. I feel like Mullen, he's a really good shooter out there, but his defense, it could be way better. Like his defensive stats aren't bad, but he doesn't get the right animations, you feel me? For Alex Caruso, he's gonna be my last S tier, man. Alex Caruso is like that in this game. He's a very good point guard, got the size, great defense, and a great jump shot. This Julius Randle, I'm gonna put him in C tier too. I feel like he's a little bit undersized at his position. Like he's decent, but I just really don't like Julius Randle cards this year. For this Hedo Turkoglu, this is like the one card on this list that I really don't know too much about. Like it's hard to rate Hedo. Hedo's been good in past 2Ks, but I really haven't seen too much about him. So I'm gonna put him at the bottom of B tier for right now, but he could be a C tier card, man. But alright, boys, this has been my list of the best Galaxy Opals, man. I honestly think my tier list is pretty good. I look at my S tier, I'm looking at it. I had to rearrange and move Rudy Gay down, man. I feel like this A tier is now very solid. B tier, you feel me? But like I always say, let me know down below in the comments what y'all think about my tier list, yo. Let me know where y'all would have certain guys ranked. Let me know if I missed out on any guys that y'all would want me to rank, yo. Because you know, the tier lists are hard to make. There's a lot of guys, man. But I try to put all the Galaxy Opals in here, man. Like I always say, thank you guys so much for all the love and support, man. Y'all have been showing me so much love. We're just getting closer and closer to 800 subs, man. I hope y'all are having a good day. It's been your boy Brunick, and I'm out. Peace.